wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Great, set.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 1. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to Swift running left to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 8. Hurts. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll score! Touchdown! Taking it in. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead it 7-2. Preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Dolphins nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Javon Holland there on the coverage.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And they'll come out with a 3-tight-end look on the first play of the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
63, 63, 63. Go Silver, ready? Delta.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
37-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Tua going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of binding him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away and falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fielded at about the 28. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, and they go with Swift again. They'll take this to the 46. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 13.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd down, Mostert. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 53 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
Next to score, Eagles 14, Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick
Now
off
after the
line.
touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All right, come on. Solo left side.
Tua sets up to pass it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 20, TX.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll swing this out to Mostert. Touchdown, Dolphins! Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 13.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. Fighting his way through contact. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 10. And the Dolphins first down.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Well, A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 45 yards. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Sanders on for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And just shedding him off there. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Third and 2.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. He's got the first down and then some. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 48 yards. And the Eagles are back within a couple of the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
73.
Hurts will throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They hand it off to Mostert. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone of what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Zaccheaus here hauling it in. And they get him down to 9 before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Hurts to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think I'll start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, 73, 73.
He's back to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Hey, 73, 73.
Here's Swift. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Tua. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that's one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that changes everything here in OT. And look at this. They're going to try an onside kick to begin overtime. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, they went with the ultimate element of surprise there, trying the onside kick to start OT, and it backfires.
Not just element of surprise, how about element of hubris? I mean, that is unbelievable because the odds of getting an onside kick are small to begin with. And to give up your opportunity to ever possess the football that way, if you don't get it, that is absolutely huge. Didn't work, but boy, what a gamble.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Escaping the pressure right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They go play action with Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision.